Alright guys, welcome back. We're gonna do some job seeking today and we're gonna do some React. So if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me make 607 years. And why don't I see anything? Okay, that was a bit weird. So let's restart that. Yeah, alright. It seems that we don't have a normal view anymore. Alright, no worries. Let's start where we left off, right? No worries. Hmm. Is it too far though? What? It says I'm not sure what they're saying. Again. And with the advent of new front-end technologies, mobile devices, IoT, and major service-side chains like GraphQL and microservices, the front-end processor has become a lot more complex and challenging, which is of course exactly why you love being a React developer. The developing mobile application is also a possibility. You have 3 years of experience, great API, REST, Yarn. This is a very trash job. Okay, let's not do that. Hmm. Okay, so there hasn't been a lot of jobs. That's for sure. It's like I have when I have been away. It's like they also have been away. So that's yeah. Do you still exist? Great. And the translation already went gone. Okay. All right. Nothing. That's very clear. No worries. We immediately go to our project. Hmm? Like, if there's nothing, I'm not gonna waste my time, right? Okay, sure. Let's install the dev containers, whatever. Kubernetes, sure. Let's install all those things because it's full later. So, okay. Mm, okay, awesome. Been a while. Well, have you heard of Pentecost? It's a holiday here, so Pentecost holiday. You can look it up. How are you doing, Subham? Um, where did we left off? Let me see. Oh yeah, I remember. There's something I was thinking about and I wanted to change that. I want to go to hero and I want to go to the filter part. And the filter when I say mix, blend, difference. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Okay, at least we know now. Let's go to where we left off. So we left off at what we do, what we do. Okay, what we do. And I have to write some code. So let's immediately do that. Well, the first thing that we need to write is a handler. We also need to write a filter. And we need to have a state. We need to have a um, JSX. And that's it. That's what we need. So let's work on that. Const um, core Dion handler, and we also need a const. Do we need a filter? Tab filter? Tab switch? Check accordion. We're gonna import a use state, but we're gonna later use it in substand. But for now, I just wanna test if it works. Okay. Let's put it in here, and also let's do const um, tab set tab is use state and it's gonna be null for now. Okay. Check accordion. Now we need some data. Calc something event didn't get it but got an idea. Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's one of my religions. Um, so here we have a lot of data, right? And we're just gonna make something on the screen. That's the most important part. So let's first make some data. So const accordion data is an array of objects which will start with um, title, title test 1, and we're also gonna have like title summary, summary test 1. Okay. Is there a problem, sir? It's never read. Okay. It looks fire. Yeah. Okay. So now what I need to do, I need to say accordion data dot ma no, accordion data dot filter, and then we're gonna say um, let's make this accordion tabs. Accordion tabs. I'm also gonna say accordion tabs. This filter. I'm gonna say tab, and then we're gonna say tab is let's do find. Find is better. Tab is identical to. Oh, this is not handy. Um, accordion set accordion. So title is equal to accordion. Okay, so that's the first one. It's not used yet, but that's fine. Now we also need to have a button handler, so we're gonna say set accordion. Okay. Um, we also need a value here, which is going to be the like actually the title. So let's do arcs. Okay, and we need to compare it to arcs. So we need to set accordion. Um, current, which is if arcs is identical to current. Oh, is current identical to arcs, obviously. It's identical to arcs. Then we do nothing else. We set arcs. Arcs has an implicit type of any, yeah, because we need to use TypeScript. Now, because we are here, um, I'm thinking what's best to do, because we're gonna use it as substand. So in that case, we're gonna use it in this prop here. So then this one is gonna be almost the same like this one. Yeah. And then we're gonna say arcs. What is arcs, to be honest? Let me think about it. Arcs current, no arcs. So what is arcs? We don't know what arcs is yet. It could be anything. For now, it is just a string. So let's keep it as string, and later on we're gonna make this a and let's do question mark. And later on it's gonna be more like a React node, but we'll see about that. Okay, so I just want to get something on the screen. Let me see. Div span div. This is the second goal grid div. I'm just gonna put it here for now. So we're gonna say accordion.map. We're gonna say item. We're not gonna say ID because we already have it. And I just want to render something. So, okay, I just want to render something. Maybe like a button. I think that's good. And this button has an on click. And on this click, we want to fire a function which is going to be button handler, and then we're gonna say not args, we're gonna say item dot title. And also here we're gonna say, is there a problem, sir? Check a code. Oh yeah, sorry. Usually I name it button handler, but it's not like this. And then we also gonna render here item dot title. Okay. Is there any problem? According is possibly no. Yes, that's true. That's a TypeScript issue. We are using return here. And okay, is there an issue, sir? Not sure what the issue was. Give me a second. Okay, we have this one. Problem is we don't have a return. Let's do the return. And let's put um, this button here. And also let's render a fragment. A fragment is a empty tag. Thank you, Subpam, that it looks fire. Okay, and this one says possibly no. Let's see if it gives an issue. Can I delete property of nil reading map? Okay, because I said it's no, right? And we have to render this one. I'm saying accordion. Accordion is possibly no, obviously. Okay, we have an issue. That's fine. Title 1, test 1, test 2. I don't see a button. That is an issue. Let's see what the issue here is. Oh yeah, the ID prop. Okay, so ID key is ID. What is the ID problem? Cannot find name ID. I don't have to do that, right? Oh, maybe I should just say I. Give me a second. Key is I. Is that fine? It really wants me to do that. That's fine. Okay. Let's see how that turned out. Still don't see any button. I do see the titles rendered. So let's think about it for a second. Let's actually put it around the div, which is totally fine. Not here. No. Okay. Okay. There are just title test 1 and title test 2, which is totally fine. But now, because we are inside this one, we have to go outside, and then we have to say um, should this be a function? I wonder this. Can I just not say is equal to this one? I think that's a better way of doing it. Yeah, so we're gonna say check accordion. If that is true, then I want to render the answer. And the answer is going to be um, not item, it's gonna be check accordion. We are in accordion tabs, which is going to be um, yeah, accordion tabs. I'm not sure if I have to do this, we'll find out. accordion tabs dot title. Topic title does not exist on type. Tab dot title, and here it says cannot find name tab. Okay. Whatever. Okay, so let's do the summary at least. Summary. And else I would just want to render some nothing. Okay, so what does it says here? Property summary does not exist on type string summary string, but it's on type, and I don't have a type for it. It should not give a big issue. But yeah, because it asks for a type, um, should we do something about that? I'm thinking about it. Yeah, let's make a sure. Let's do that. Hmm. Let's just do tabs for a second. Tabs, and we're gonna say type tabs, and then we're gonna say title is a string and summary is a string. They are both needed. Um, Summary does not exist on type. According to my opinion, it pretty does. Oh yeah, because it's an kind of an array. So I have to do this, I think. Let me see this one. Yeah, okay, that errors out. I have to think about that. That's a TypeScript issue with I haven't worked in a long time with TypeScript. So let me item has an any type. I'm gonna ask the AI to fix this because I really don't have time to fix that right now. We have to focus on the chat. I'm not into TypeScript at the moment, so um, let the let it fix. Oh, you can just say that. So tabs, then like this. Okay. So that does not give, but summary does not exist. Summary does exist. It says summary does not exist on tabs. Let me Ah, I see. Mm, yeah, forgot about that. Okay. Let me just copy the whole code because I do not feel like it. Yeah, I have both string. Okay, the tabs component is right. Okay, current. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. So it's gonna be a string. Why is that an issue? I hate when it does name changes, to be honest. Um, you change everything. Just do minimal changes. I hate when AI does that. It changes names, right? It changes everything, and then it gets confusing. So I don't want to. This AI is very stubborn. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. I don't see like a button appearing. I'm not sure why that is. It should not give a huge issue. Um, I'm thinking this is fine. Summary. And we have to handle this. It says title, but this cannot be unless you. Let me see. Is it item the title? I don't need to do that, to be honest. But sure, if you really want to do that, I'm not gonna argue with you. It does give me the same problem. Interesting. Because of this one. Where's the TypeScript part? Let me see. Return this one. Okay. Use state, no, no. And then this one should not be an issue. Yeah, because I say title string. It's not my favorite solution, to be honest. And okay, I get something. And they are barely clickable, to be honest. That's pretty weird in my in my opinion, because not because of this one. Okay, but I don't know where to click, right? Here, I don't know when it appears. I don't know anything. It also says an error. Button type attribute has not been set. Each child in the list should have a unique key. Check the render method of div. It was passed down to a child for what we do. That shouldn't be an issue. But sure. That's what you're saying. Each child in the list should have a unique ID. Okay, oh, let me re-render everything. Yeah, it still says the same on line 53. That's weird because um, we explicitly said I here. What you're saying is that I should do this. And that does not solve the issue. What am I doing wrong then? Oh, okay, I see. So you want me to do this? ID does not exist on tabs. No, that makes sense. Okay, how are you doing? I don't need to do that. Maybe only in I don't have to do that because of the key prop. Hmm. Sure. If you really want to do that, that's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna say ID one, whatever, and then ID two, and then I don't want to get like brain damage right now. It's very late. We did a lot of coding already, so I don't want to argue. Um, okay, does it still complain? Let me see. It still complains. Check the render method of div. It was passed down to a child of what we do. Okay, so let's remove the div. Okay. Give me a second, bro. What the hell? Do I don't know how to render a list anymore? What do you mean? It's a problem. Is it, hmm. Yeah, it's blocked, but that's not the problem that I'm looking for, bro. The problem what I'm looking for is I will show you. It says to me that hey, each child should have a unique key prop, but that's a bit weird because I applied a key prop. So I'm wondering what the problem is at the moment. It's been late, so 56. Item. Return. Item.id. On click button handle title. Item title. Then I check if the summary is null. Yeah, I know. I know. Don't use fragment. Oh, you think? But then I need to change the keeper. Yeah, we'll see. That could be, sure. Uh, yeah. I haven't touched Next.js in a long time, so I'm a bit rusty about it. Okay. Okay, that definitely. Thanks, bro. That's why? Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Let me check documentation. Fragment in loop. Maybe it has something. Oh, it sends me to fragment server actions. Yeah. I know what a fragment is. That's not a problem. Um, but this doesn't give issues with React.js. I've done this 100 times, or I'm very tired. Let me see. Fragment. Yo, how are you doing, Goku? I didn't use key on it. I didn't use key on. I use it on the button, right? So, let me see if they have like a loop or something here. Okay. Um, Rendering all this. Here's a situation where you need to write fragment, especially instead of using syntax. When you render multiple elements in a loop, you need to assign a key to each element. If the key is within loop's fragment, you need to use this assigned the prior key attribute. Oh, okay, sure. But what I did an empty fragment, and then I put the ID in one of the components, and that should just work, in my opinion. But apparently, it it bothers. So yeah, what I did. How you doing, Goku? Talk to me. Yeah, what I did is basically saying, right, hey, fragments, and then I said I put the key here in the button and remove the divs. That was my solution, to be honest. Well, I had multiple ones. Cannot find name button. Well, it's really bugging me. Fuck off. Yeah, maybe. Alright, whatever. The buttons they do work, but I have an issue because I'm using Tailwind. So probably I need to do some styling on the button, but somewhere it works. Anyways, let's do some styling then. Let's see. Let's make a background of white, and let's do padding x of 4 and a padding y of 2. I'm just doing something. Then we do flex items, item center, um, text center, something like that. Whatever. Okay. And then obviously we need text be black because we set text white here. Text needs to be black here. I'm just trying something. Okay, this one seems to work. This one does not really respond. We need to test that. Let's do round it full, and let's do a um, border 2, and border, can we do border black? No, let's do border, just something to show for, right? Okay. Okay, this one works, this one doesn't work. Let me see why that is. Test, item 2. Maybe it skips the 1. Maybe I should say 0, 1. I gotta go. It was fun watching the stream. Big like. Thank you so much, bro. Uh, add a position of the first. Yeah. We'll see. It's a very specific design, bro. If you want to see it, I can show you. There's a lot of things going on. We are up to the point of here, and we're trying to render this part. But there's a lot also animation going on. The animation, I'm gonna do it later. But I just want to open something. We're gonna work on this specifically. So yeah, basically we're working on this, right? So it's pretty complex. Okay. It also extends the button. We'll see about that later. That's not important right now. What I'm wondering about is why title test 1 doesn't work. It should work because we are looping through the elements accordion tabs. And we're using the find. So it's fine. And we're using a null. Okay. Not sure what the issue is. Let's see. I have no idea what this error is, but we'll figure it out later. Well, it seems that the React DevTools is the problem. That's fine. I don't care. Okay. So now I want to see what is going on with this one. And we have 2, right? Let me go to the button. This is button 1 and button 2, and they both have an error. Button type attribute has not been set. Shift click. Let's go to elements. I don't think I need to do. Anyways, when I click on it, this one opens. Summary test comes. But when I click on this one, nothing happens. And that should not be. So instead of that, let's do filter and then checks the length. If the length is bigger than 0, and then we get this issue again. Okay. That's very interesting. So it finds one, and that should not be. But if I do that, then I have to change all of them. So let's do that then. To summary. That shouldn't give errors, to be honest. Yeah, Dutch. I'm Dutch, bro. me see. If you want to know more, you can check out my website in the description. There's a lot of questions answered, so. Um, it should just work, bro. Short away. Hmm. No, it can just be like it was. It's not a big issue, to be honest. It can just be this. Hmm. Well, in that case, it should not be a problem, to be honest. I don't see why it should be a problem. I really say the check and summary, and if you find that index, right? Hmm. Maybe I actually should do that, to be honest. I don't think it matters. Let's see. Maybe sorry, ID is what I should say. ID. No, that doesn't matter, to be honest. And also, oh, wait a minute. Does something happen here? No, no, it's really broken. I'm wondering. Mm, let's read line by line. I'm comparing an ID with a string. Why? And you say that current is a string. Okay, well, in that case, yeah, then it's a string. Okay. Okay. So I say it's maybe a string and maybe no. Is that true? Is it not like a boolean or something? Either true or false? Hmm. I don't see an issue, to be honest. Because the tab works, right? But it only works for the other part. Only works for this one, which should not be the case. Because I'm explicitly saying that we should map over it, so it doesn't matter what title comes, it also checks the hmm. Well, this is a maybe then. Uh, accordion. I don't think this is gonna work. No, it's not gonna work. No. Okay, I'm a bit lost for this part. So it has been a long day, so I think this is going to be an answer for the AI if it's working. Let's see. So I wonder what it will say. Let me see. Don't change names. Just fix. Let me see if it can find it. Yeah, something with ID. Or keep it consistent. Okay. ID is a number. ID 01. String 0. Title string 0 to title. Title's accordion. Okay. Item ID. Accordion item title. Okay. Check accordion. Check accordion dot. Okay. What did you change? I'm not sure what he changed. Accordion handler? I cannot see what it changed to be honest. Okay. What did you change? I don't care about that. I also don't care about that. Okay, basically what it's saying is that I should put this one here. But it doesn't make any sense. Tap title. Okay, so it's only formatting. So it doesn't spot the error right away. So I'm gonna ask, I'm using Next.js, but when I click on the first button in the loop, it does not display the summary, but the second button it does. Okay. I did this. I did this, but it gave me an error to be honest. But sure. Um, then it says set accordion to number. Okay, let's do this instead. I agree with this. statement. Okay, let's see. That does not solve any issues. Instead, it breaks it more, in my opinion, because I have to do ID. Yeah, okay. That still gives me an issue. Okay. Let's put the button all the way on the top. Maybe it's some rendering issue, so let's do set 50. Okay, that does not solve the issue. Interesting. That does not solve the issue. I'm pretty sure everything is about right now. What I'm not sure about is this one. Like these two. Accordion tabs. Maybe I spelled this wrong. Maybe there's an issue over here. Let's try it. What's the problem? Const. Unused label. Const. Okay. That's so weird. It's tabs, right? Accordion tabs, tabs. Yeah. What the hell? Okay. So it's a layout issue. I see. Okay. In that case, what does it do then? Z10. So weird. I see. Oh, I see now. Okay. Yeah. He's right. Um, let's do relative, and then let's do top like 100 pixels. Let's put it down a bit. Okay, here we got it. Okay, so it was working. It's just a spacing issue. So let's see why it does it this way. Let me see. What is this? What we do takes so much space. I wonder why. So let's see to the section header and see why it gives me this issue. Relative top height 20 pixels with 20 pixels. It has a div. Is this a unique case? Let me see. So let's go here. Let's see it has the same issue. It does not. So it it is because of the grid then. Yeah, I think it's because of the grid. I see. Flex relative top 42 pixels. But in that case, Like it's not a big issue, but now I saw what's going wrong. Um, so we need to put this put this rendering here outside of that div. It seems. Does it make sense? Or we should create our own div. Yeah, let's do that. Let's create it inside actually. Let's create a div. So useful. Now it's confusing me. Yeah, this one. All this line needs to go one up and gives an issue because of the prop then. So then we should say prop, and then this one should go lower. No, it should not go lower. It's on the good height. And because it's inside, I should do this. Then we have this matching this one, and it expected this one. Okay, like that. Great. Not sure what the dot is. Okay, that seems to be working. Is he a little bit of a pixel here? It's very buggy to be honest. What the hell is that? Oh, I put a dot somewhere? Here. Okay, great. That dot actually fixed. What? What? It actually pushes it down from the it's crazy. Okay. Um Damn it. Okay. It's not gonna be a button later on, but I'm doing it now because we're just testing it out. It's actually gonna look something like this, guys. So you can see. Give me a second. It's gonna be something like this. And we're gonna make this content very soon. Yeah. But we need the right distance, so. Ooh, I hate that detail, to be honest. There's a lot of detail. So what happens here? This web design disappears and comes back. So that's an animation. We have here this animation here that one of them disappears and it rolls down. Also, we have this horizontal line that expands all at the same time when I click, and this color gets highlighted. So there's a lot of things that we need to do, and I think it's best that we make a different component for that because it's repeating here. I think that's wise to do. It's also a grid, right? So show you. This is made by Framer, by the way. Um, it's not like a system website. So there are multiple ones. Okay. So there are two grids, three grids, four grids. Okay, so they made four grids for this. We don't need to do that, to be honest. I think what we need to do, we need to make 3 grids, and inside we can just yeah, we need to make 3 grids here, and inside we also have to make 3 grids. So that's gonna be very interesting. There's a lot of preparation that we need to do for that. Yeah, so let's do that. Mm, First thing, do I want to export or no? Hmm. No, let's work on it here, and then we're gonna export the stuff. Okay, so let's do that. Mm, let's look at our constants. We need to have something like this. Static data from Next.js. Yeah, let's do all of this. Let's go to, actually, let's save the types. Yeah, that looks like a good idea. Yeah, let's work on it. So there's a lot of things going on here. So the first one is that we had the tabs, right? So let's do tabs title string. We also had ID is number, summary. It's also yeah, it's a React dot React node actually. React node React node. Okay. Yeah, we have to add all this stuff. At first, we're gonna go on the top, something like this, and we're gonna see what kind of images they use. So we have one, two. I'm not sure if they're on top layers because that will be very annoying to make. I hope they are not separate images, but these are 3 images. I really don't want to make that, to be honest. So let's go to asset here. Oh, it is. Oh, that's not good. Um, Let me see the size and width of this one. So let's go to File Explorer. 140 by 140. Okay. So what we can do, we can create like a div, and the div is gonna have a background URL. Okay. So we're just gonna say accordion 1. Then we're gonna say accordion 2. Wait. Okay. Accordion 3. Then we say here accordion 4. Okay. And these 4 images are going to represent that stuff. So Then we're gonna say accordion. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should have typed it at the other point as well, but it's fine. Okay. Delete these ones. And let's go to the constants of the projects. And this is something how it's gonna look like. So go back to what we do. It's a bit annoying that it summarized it like that. So let's work on it. Title, test 1, summary, summary 1. Okay. Gonna do something like this with an ID of 0. Great. So the images is gonna be accordion 1 .jpg. Oh, just accordion. Oh, okay, I see. Accordion 1. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's first fix everything before we're gonna do something like that. Okay, so the name is actually the title. So everything what is title now is gonna be name. So do we have anything else? No, this is going to be the name. And we're gonna then delete the title here. Okay. Title be gone. Summary is fine for now. These are for the images. We don't have an SVG at the moment. Let's see what we have. A lot of things going on. We have a lot of damn it. Mm, do I want to do that though? No, I think I will just create 6 buttons inside of it. I no need to render. Yeah. Okay, no worries. These are the same, the categories. So we have the title that changes of each. So number is going to be a number. Let's start with number. And that number is going to be 001, comma. And this one, which has an ID of 1, should have a number of 002, comma. Okay. Now we have a name change that we have to do, which is called web design and development on the first one, which is very hard to copy. Okay. Oh, really nice. Damn it. Okay. What a waste of time. What's the problem? Octoliters are not allowed. Use the syntax. Oh, I see. Oh, god damn it. In that case, um, oh, forgot about that. Let's do then count. Right? Let's do count, and then let's do count here as well. Count, and then count is going to be a string, and then we're gonna do it like this, and maybe we can do it like that. Okay, so this one, this one. Okay, what's the problem? String is not assignable to SVG string list 12.3. I just said a string. What was the problem? Okay. Is there anything where we can change? We currently say summary. That's fine. But then we also need to copy all those other things. So give me a second. So then I need to have like the modern blah 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 blah. Okay, so let's do that. This one. Okay. Great. And second one is strategic whatever. Okay. Okay. Let's go this one first as the title, name and alt. Okay. We don't have an SVG, so we can get rid of the SVG part, to be honest. So gone. Awesome. Um, yeah, let me put in the summary as well. Okay. So let's see if it works. Yeah, it works. Now how it's gonna work later, that's not important right now. Okay, so this does change. That's totally fine. All right. Um, media marketing, name, alt, coding 1 and coding 2. Is there anything missing before we start expanding? Doesn't seem so. Like we have some buttons here, right? But most of them are all different, and it's a waste of time to actually make an extra array and be super pro about it. I think we can just name the buttons. It's not a big deal. Yeah. Let me think about it. I think that's for that it, to be honest. Yeah, okay. So let's expand then. Okay. 3, 4. Okay. Huh? How can that be? Oh, it's right. Okay. No, it's right. SEO and marketing and branding and identity. Okay, great. Okay, and now we need to get the third one with the text. Oh, okay, great. Um, this one. Okay, let's also do the fourth one. Okay, I think I copied it. Okay, so let's do some changes. So first of all, I want to go to all the alts and go like that. Let's change the ID naming. Hey, Ryan, how are you? Um, okay, that looks good so far. Let's change the this one. Four, four. Okay, that's fine. So it has some issues. Let's see what the issues are. There are no more issues. Okay, and these ones seems to be working. That's awesome. It's time to put them in a grid. So let's work on that. Um, this one. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that makes total sense because of this button. Um, that's because we need multiple stuff going on here. So this is a button, that's totally fine. We're going to change all of that and we're going to focus on what we have. So it seems to me that it's a bigger caption. So we're going to import one of the prerequisites I've made, which is called big P. And then we're going to say in this button, I'm not sure if this is bad practice or anything. We'll see. Okay. Oh, let's not do that. I just want to see what happens. Okay, so we have all these stuff. Great. Is there any problem here? Not yet. It seems that this is the first part in the grid. This should not be, because we want to render out these counts, which is going to be a p, and we're going to say item.count. Maybe we have something for this, right? So we get these items here, like here, right? And there's a stuff going on, but I think we can use P for this. Good to see you're doing well, bro. Okay, so we have these ones. Good. I want to see if I click on here, it also clicks. So that means that this um, on click handler is actually this one. It's a big button. So let's see if we can actually get away with that. Else we need to find another solution. So I'm gonna say this, and I wanna see if I click on this, it's not a problem. Okay, good. That works. Now we have a button, but that means that this button can actually go. That's good, right? Because if we click here, it's the same, and if we click here, it's the same. Great. Now on the third row, we actually have this one. Um, for now, what we are going to do is we're just gonna create a div with a plus. We're gonna say width of 64 pixels. I'm just doing something. Maybe it's way smaller, but height 64 pixels. Text white. Background is transparent. We have a border of 1, and it's called border stone 600, 500, fine by me. Let's see what it looks. Okay. Then we're gonna say rounded full. And obviously this is a plus, so we can say plus. Okay. Which is a class name. And let's see how that looks. Okay, a little bit off. That's fine. Because in that case, we have to put all these things here. Which does not work yet. But we'll figure it out. That's because of the... Yeah. At first, let's just make it smaller. Let's do 24. Okay, that's way too small. Okay, let's do like 42. Okay, that seems to be close, but a plus sign seems to be an issue. So in that case, let's go to the plus. And this is how it looks. Okay, no worries. Let's go to what we do. And instead of the plus, we're gonna do this and put the classes on here and remove the plus, and let's see what happens. Okay, it's a bit closer. It seems like this plus sign does not want to be in the middle. I wonder why that is at the moment. Let's do flex items center. Okay, that fucks everything up, which makes total sense, actually. Because this one is not 1, because then we have to say um, data special plus, right? And then we have to wrap this around. And then flex item center would kind of work, kinda, right? But that does not solve the issue. So let's figure out what's going on. Let's do, okay. Okay, so basically what it's doing, it says expand all around grid tree. That's what we don't want. Okay, and then we have to put it in. Yeah, with 64 pixels. I think it should be below, but we'll see about that. Right, 64 pixels. We said 42. So that does not solve the issue because it still sees something as separate. In that case, we should do it here then. Let's see. Interesting. Maybe. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Um. Oh, I forgot about that method. So what I should do is put it directly behind it. I don't feel like doing that right now. But yeah, that's easy to fix. No worries. Let's put the rest on the screen. It's not important right now then. Um, so for now, I will leave this one at the top, and then no, maybe that's not useful. Yeah, yeah, it's on top, but inside of this, okay, inside of this, it needs to be a grid. So, and that is inside of the. Let me think about it. Mm, yeah, I know where it should be. It should be here, like the summary. Okay, that's gonna be a lot of coding. I'm not sure if I can do this and then say item. What did I do? You see? Check accordion. Check accordion dot summary. I want to create a div. I'm gonna say class name of also grid calls something. So this is our first div. Okay, it creates something like this. Sure. Okay. In that case, I will create a fragment. Okay. And then I want to start with a paragraph of this one. Actually, I want to start with a image. So what we're going to do, we're going to say check accordion. Let's do Next.js image. Is that useful here? Yeah, it's useful. So image, we're just going to have a source of check accordion dot image. We're going to have an alt, which is going to be check accordion dot alt. We're going to have a width of 140 pixels. So we just say width is 140 and the height is going to be maybe 60, which is going to be height. Let's close it off. we have a couple of issues. It does not have a props property. Never encountered this issue before. I think what it means is that you can only let's just see what happens. Do we have Next.js image? Yeah, we have next image. So we have an issue then? Yeah. Fail to construct image. Okay, I have not encountered this issue before, so I have to think about it for a little bit. Um, but we do need to have something to render. Else it doesn't make any sense. I understand what it means. So then we need to map. No, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, I think this is a good case with AI. I've no idea how to solve that. No idea. I'm happy that this is not a project and not an interview. So it is imported. It is imported. What's your problem? Oh, it's not. Is that the issue? Fuck off. God damn it. I checked it. Okay. Okay, the image is present. Okay. It's not really listening though. So that's something we need to work on. Because I set the height of 140 and those kinds of stuff. Well, let's do a class name. And let's say object cover. That's the first thing. Let's work on the first one first. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna what's your problem? Oh, okay, it's not a problem. Okay, just gonna do one. Okay, so it seems that we should do grid goal 2 or grid goal 3. But that doesn't matter now. I just want this one in one div. So let's do it. Um, data, accordion, content. Yeah, whatever. Mm, okay. Yeah, so it puts it here. That's fine for now. There's what is not fine is the width and height. That still seems to be working. Okay, that yeah, because then I should say width width is 100 pixels, and then height is 60 pixels. that completely disappeared the image. Oh, so annoying. Oh, I hate Next.js image, to be honest. Oh, let's go to the documentation. Okay, we're gonna look for image. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the next config. Okay. So these are required, but then height and width is not required. That's what it says. If that is the case, it should just listen when I remove it fill. And what it does, it keeps the image size, so it's not stretching. Stretch. Annoying. Just do this. Oh, that's so annoying. Because you should say this. God damn it. You can clearly see that I'm getting tired. So uh, let's do 140. It's a bit taller. Let's do like 70. Rounded. Full. It's not really rounded full. It's like rounded Excel. Sure. Okay. Okay. Let's work on that. So we have the image, and next to the image we want to have the accordion. Well, the only way to do that is to say flex. So we get it next to it. It seems that when I do flex, the image size changes. We work on that soon. But I just want to have the web development part here, which is a different kind of div. So we have images and we have the summary. And what we want to have is a separate div. And this div, we do have the summary, which is going to be flex goal. And we're going to say here, I think h2, h3. Let's see what it is. h3. Let's go to the end. So we're gonna say h3, let's put a class name on it, and let's say the same as check accordion dot title, which is now the name. Okay, so that seems a bit too small. So we're gonna do it a bit bigger. It seems, are these the same? Oh, I see, it's kind of reversed. Okay, that's fine. So mine is a big P and this one is a H3. Okay, so that's the image, that's the thing, and the modern design is below that. So that's good. Now let's clean it up a bit. So on the image, if I can find it, on the image, I want to have a, now let's do it here. Margin left of 1 rem, which is actually margin 3 left. The problem that I find here is that this image changed as soon as I said flex. I do not like that idea, so I want these two things to be next to each other. It cannot be both. And this data accordion content seems to be matching with this one. So that does match. Um, are the gaps the same? They are not. It's on a new line. This should not be. Maybe I should say inline here. I think, oh yeah, we're using flex. God damn it. Getting very tight, guys. So if you want to have this next to each other, then we can say that the image is inline, maybe. Not sure if it solves that. Maybe how about this one? Like this one. Yeah, doesn't do anything. Okay. Let's see what's going on then. Okay, we have a grid and it's inside the same, no, it's not inside the same grid. Okay, this one is grid 1, which makes total sense. Okay, and these ones should be in one line. And I said class inline, and that doesn't work. Let's see what it has. Okay, inline grid is also not the inline flex, maybe. Okay, inline flex does kinda solve it, but it still gives the issue with also with flex. It gives the issue of this image going to be smaller. Maybe I can persist it, like object stretch, maybe something like this. Yeah, okay, that does work. And in that case, it doesn't. I see. So there's not enough room. Now you can see it. Mm, I can make a span in 2. Let's do grid calls 2 then. Okay, but that still doesn't give quite room. What if I just do grid? Let's just see. Okay, so it's that's not the issue. Okay, now we know. Well, in that case, I don't want to do a grid, then I actually want to do a flex. So let's do flex. Nah, grid is fine, grid is fine. It should just work because it fits online here, right? I can say min width, like min width, min height, and that just fucks it up. Okay. I understand what it's doing, but that's what we don't want, to be honest. Mm. I think that's it because I'm making too many mistakes now, and it's because I've been programming for a while. So I'm gonna walk away from it now, and we pretty much have many things done already. So yeah, I'm happy with the result. So we got a lot of things. So yeah. All right. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me make a 6 on today in 7 years. And now I'll see you on to the next one.